Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for, the time you've been waiting for, the series you've been waiting for 9 freaking months. Yes, Friends Week is finally happening. Ladies and gentlemen, I found the time and I found the resources, as well as redid the whole freaking series, time number 2, to get it to you guys. And basically, you know how this is all gonna work. It's pretty self-explanatory in the name. All of you told me what Pokemon you are and why, and as a result, I put you all on teams. That was pretty evident. If you couldn't figure that out, I'm sorry. It was a little too obvious what I was going to do when asking what Pokemon you were. Now, the good thing was, it was nice to bring people together and try out new teams and new challenging compositions. The challenging thing was, it was a challenging composition, and as a result, it took a long time for me to actually find decent enough battles to get this stuff to you, and you know, with the lack of PoA soft, it kind of destroyed my recordings. So, today I'm going to bring you on Pokemon Showdown, the team previews, as well as the reasons as to why these people are the Pokemon, and I have split you guys up into 2 groups, the in real life friends and the YouTube friends. Now, it does not mean that one group is better than the other, I just kept it together for the sake of knowing the community, as well as just synchronicity in general, and it made it even tougher for me to make teams. So, that was kind of the challenge I went for while trying to do this. So, today we're going to start off with an in-real-life group, and I would have to say this is probably the best team that I could have made out of the group of friends that I know in real life, not from YouTube, not from internet or anything like that. So, let's get straight into it, because these uploads will be extremely difficult and have to be as energized as possible, because you've been waiting 9 months, and I cannot believe that I actually have the time to record something like this when I can yell and no one's going to yell back. So, today we are going to be looking at, first of all, Kayla, my girlfriend. The reason why she's a Ninetales, not only because it's her favorite Pokemon, but because she always makes the sun rise for me every single day. So, as a result, I'm going to make her a very powerful, calm mindset with 3 attacks, Energy Ball, Fire Blast, and HP Fighting. Max Speed, Max Special Attack, Timid nature, of course, even though she's not quite timid, if you know what I mean. But she's got the leftovers for extra sustainability, since she will be setting up the Sun. And as a result of a Sun team, I have this perfect composition of pokes that will go with it. For example, the reason why we named my Agathatel is not only because of her crazy looks, not only because of her amazing tricks, but the fact that she's just, sometimes she can cling to you and she never lets go. And that's what happens when Shadow Tag comes out, ladies and gentlemen. Choice Specs, because she wears glasses, but Choice Specs Shadow Tag with the Psychic Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, and HP Fire, running that modest nature. Not quite modest when you think about it, but running that modest nature with some speed investment to outspeed certain key vital Pokemon, and the rest in HP for extra survivability. Ladies and gentlemen, she's a force to be reckoned with. Don't get caught. Alexandra, my friend, the person that I've known since grade 7, one of my better friends. She is the Leafeon. The reason why she's the Leafeon is because I asked her sister, and she said she's a Leafeon. So I'm going with that. She's running Chlorophyll with a Life Orb. She's going to be running a Swords Dance set with Leaf Blade, X-Scissor, and Quick Attack for that priority that this team kind of lacks. And she's going to be running Max Attack, Max Speed with the Adamant nature, because she is quite adamant at getting stuff done. But that's not the only person who's going to be adamant. We're also looking at Chen, also known as Andrew Chen, but he's not allowed to be called Andrew because he's just known as Chen. And the reason why Chen's a Marowak, the consensus was he's a lonely mother effer, just like Marowak has a mother, which is kind of pathetic and sad. But you know what, Chen? I'm sorry. It's just, don't look at me. Everyone else said so. Anyways, he's gonna be running a Sub Dance set with Edgequake. That's Sub Dance Edgequake. There we go. And he's gonna be running Max Attack, some speed investment to outspeed certain Pokemon. I forget which. It's been a long time. But he's got the rest in HP just for extra survivability. Screw Thick Club. Nothing on him is thick. He's a stick figure, basically, ladies and gentlemen. He has no fat on him. He's a stick. So that's why he deserves the leftovers. He needs to eat. He needs to live. He doesn't live. But now I have to scroll down because Showdown cannot work it out. But we get down to our two bigger gentlemen. First of all, being that damn Longzay, because Longzay, reason why he's a Snorlax, we've always called him Snorlax from the very beginning. And as a result, the man is quite bulky in the fact that he's actually bulky to the usefulness of being a specially defensive wall, which is going to make a max special defense, some defense investment just for that little defensive taking for when someone tries to smack his belly. No, he says, he will take it and the rest goes into HP. We're on the Body Slam Warwood Rest Talk set that you usually see on a Munchlax, but you know what? Longzay's cool enough to be a Munchlax. He can be whoever he wants, but in this case, he's going to be my special wall, and ladies and gentlemen, he will do work. Last but not least, a name you've heard on this channel before, you will hear more than once, the big man himself, Milkshake, aka Adrian. Reason why he's a Hariyama? Milkshake. Adrian, you did it. You're a Milkshake. You're a Hariyama. your guts, Toxicor. The man is powerful. The man will slap you if you do something wrong. He knows when you've been naughty. He knows when you've been good, but he will smack you anyways with a fake out, close combat, ice punch, and payback. With that max attack, max HP investment, adamant nature. This is a very physical team, ladies and gentlemen, and as you will see in the match that I have for you today, they will not have any mercy. They will make them feel it. Let's get to the battle. And so it begins, ladies and gentlemen, the adventure of our friends going through and taking on their challenges. Today, this group of friends end up in a grassy knoll of sorts, with a person by the name of Storming Shadow. He brings a fairly standard team, but it is only the case for such a threatening team of our friends here. Now, looking at the ways of leads, though, they did not know who would be able to lead, but Chen suggested that perhaps he should lead, because he looks like he could take most of the hits from the team. So Chen is going to lead off this match as the Rolling Puppy comes in. Perfect for Chen. He's going to switch out, and Kayla calls that the Stealth Rocks will be in. She wants to get that stun up before the rocks pierce into her skull, but she's going to make a double switch now. Chen's going to come back in knowing he can wall the Donphan, barring the Ice Shard, but the Volcano Puppy comes in. Now, Volcano Puppy's a little feared, so I know the Protector's coming. I said, Chen, substitute, you son of a gun! And he does it, and look at that, he's in a prime position for smashing with Earthquakes. And ladies and gentlemen, the Volcano Puppy doesn't see this coming, and is thus punished with a critical hit from Chen. Super power, not even a club in his hand, just some leftover food. But now the Donphan comes in. Chen just wants to get some damage off on this Rolling Puppy before he has to switch out. He cannot do anything without a Swords Dance, so he is going to aptly switch out and go into Alexandra. But Alexandra knows she can take a hit. She knows the Ice Shard is prevalent, but she doesn't care. She is so fast she can outspeed this whole tier. Even as the Latios comes in, the Leaf Blade is quite obvious, but the damage is ridiculous. And on top of that, the Latios doesn't see this coming as the X-Scissor cuts through the head of Latios. Storming Shadow did not know that Alexandra was actually this fast, but that is the surprise, ladies and gentlemen, as her brother, the Jolteon, comes in. But it's okay, because Longzhe, with his walling capabilities, that big fat belly, taking all the hits for the team. That's okay, because the Bull Puppy's going to come in, goes for the Whirlwind, knows that the Jolteon cannot do a thing, and he's actually going to drag out the Donphan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I have to say, Longzhe, you are a beast! Going to take Earthquakes. He takes it on the physical side. Even though he's a specially defensive wall, Longzhe is just too powerful. He knows he's taking too much damage. He's going to go for the rest and begin his reign of terror. But instead of that, because he knows that this is not going to go anywhere, he is just going to stay in once, try and get a paralysis or a phasing going. But unfortunately, based on what he is sleep-talking to me, he is just too tired and he needs to continue to rest, which is absolutely okay. I will give him that. So now, I'm going to have to tell Chen, you're going to have to kill yourself. Now, not in a mean way, it is for the sake of the team, and Chen understood this, and he knows that he cannot do much. But at the same time, we know we need a safe switch into someone in particular who can get rid of this threat, this wall to this team, the powerhouse that cannot be taken out with simple physicality that this team seems to thrive on. So Chen will fall as the first friend in our team, but it is okay. It was for a good cause, because now Mai with her shadow tagging abilities is going to come in, take a look through her specs, and go for the energy ball, clean this physical wall out, and that is one less threat that we have to worry about. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that for free, and so can MVZ apparently. I rhymed that. But Leaf Puppy is going to go for the Volt Switch on Milkshake. Milkshake wants his fun in the sun, but the fun is ruined, and the sun will have to stay. He's going to have to just slap the ball in the face and take the hit for the team. No one can take a hit from this. Absolutely no one. He's going to have to stay in. I'm sorry, Milkshake, you do not get more spotlight or more sunlight in this Friends Week, but you did your job. You did what you had to do. But now Mai coming in, taking a critical close combat. Thank goodness, because the Psychic is going to be able to clean out this bull, and that is going to be another dead threat. My goodness, Mai, doing some work. But now she's going to take her leave as the Leaf Puppy comes in. The Jolteon is still a little bit too more powerful than what we can handle. So now Kayla's going to come in, attempt the Fire Blast, even though the switch to Vaporeon is quite obvious. She's just going to try and burn the Fish Puppy. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already noticed, this does look like a fish, but the other one is not a Leaf Puppy. It is freaking electric. Who the heck named that thing? It doesn't matter because Kayla can go for the Calm Minds, predicting any storm of Toxicking. or scalding, or wish protecting because she knows she can take it. Unfortunately, her time is limited, and she's going to have to set up a little bit to try and do with the energy balls, learning from experiences of training with these friends. She knows that she cannot do much damage with the energy ball without training stuff up. So, she's going to go for the +2 energy ball. It is a 2-hit KO, but the fish puppy, being a troll, is going to go for the witch. Now, she knows the protect is coming because she is not dumb. She is intensely intelligent. The protect comes, she goes for the calm mind, even though she has knowledge of the fact that the toxic is racking up on her. She's going to have to rely that this person does not go for a second protect, and thus securing his victory. But even so, the protect fails, so she goes for a +3 energy ball, but unfortunately is not enough power to do enough damage. But at this point, she is pretty much at the point where she is spent. She has to just go for the final retaliation. Even though the protect is coming, she's going to go for the energy ball on the off chance that this person makes yet another blunder. But that is okay, because Kayla can now take her rest with the friends, because at this point, Longzay, the beast, the MVP of this match, is going to clean up house. He's going to sleep talk. He's just going to keep telling me that he's resting. He needs to sleep. He cannot do much, ladies and gentlemen. He's asleep. He's been beat up so many times in this match. He just has to do it. He gets the whirlwind. He knows what he has to do. Phase out that Vaporeon after it uses a wish, just so it cannot heal itself up. But now Vaporeon, thinking this whole time that she's actually been in the speed tie, is going to go for the toxic as Longzay sleeps. Longzay takes that toxic, wipes it off, and wakes up and says, boom! Body slam! Get paralyzed, because that body slam is mighty powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Now he's going to go for the toxic. Longzay laughs, because he knows he can just rest. So, she's going to go for the wish, as he goes for more body slams, trying to take the opponent out, and unfortunately the protect does happen, as the body slams continue to fly. Longzay is pretty agile for his size, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to underestimate what Longzay can do to your team. He's going to go to sleep. He realizes the toxics are racking up a little bit too much. And at this point, the fish puppy gets paralyzed. Like, it couldn't happen before, but that's okay. So, body slams in his sleep. How skillful is that? Sitting on someone when you're asleep, that is just too much skill. So, he's going to keep trying to sleep talk these body slams, but he actually pulls the whirlwind this time, bringing in the Jolteon, which is fantastic for him, because he knows he can take hits from these from Jolteon. But, unfortunately, I cannot talk anymore. The energy is too much in here. He tries to go for the whirlwind, tries to go for the paralysis on the Jolteon, but the Jolteon makes an excellent move going for the Volt Switch, but he gets a crit to punish Jolteon's health by punishing his friends, and he gets Parahax, but he does not kill! He does not kill! He is not sitting on him enough. He's gonna sit on his head. He cannot simply sit on his tail. It's just not working. I've been telling him that this whole freaking time. He goes for the wish. No, the whirlwind is gonna happen, but the Volt Switch is pretty predictable. He goes for a second whirlwind, brings the Jolteon out, wastes the wish, and now, at this point, Storming Shadow has sent in his letter of resignation. He has said it is too much for him to handle. He can no longer beat this team. Longzay is too powerful, and Longzay is going to be able to clean up house. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been day 1 of Friends Week. Comment, rate, and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed this so far. This is going to be like this for 4 more days. That is right, 5 straight days of uploads. I owe it to you all, and it's going to be just as awesome as this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on day 2. Until then, have an excellent day.